The Young and the Restless, the battle for Audra, a game of deception, power, and unspoken desires. Genoa City is witnessing new twists and turns in the lives of Kyle, Nate, Holden, and Audra. Bad decisions, hidden warnings, and dark plots are slowly unfolding, creating a storm that no one could have predicted. Kyle's first mistake, a tempting but dangerous path. Kyle Abbott, who has always been known for his shrewd business decisions and has always presented himself as a decent person in his personal life, may be making the first mistake of his life. Although he may be cautious and reserved, when Audra Charles begins to go further with her daring plan, Kyle seems unaware of the danger of the situation. Audra, who he doesn't fully appreciate and doesn't really understand, is meticulously planning to gain more influence in the Abbott family's power play. She wants to not only change the situation but also attract Kyle's attention, gradually moving closer to her goal. While Kyle is busy with important work-related decisions, Audra is trying to gain his trust. However, Kyle doesn't realize that her actions are not just part of a simple working relationship. She is drawing up a meticulous plan to turn the situation in a direction Kyle doesn't expect. This could be the first sign of a big mistake coming, and if he's not careful, Kyle could become a pawn in Audra's hands. Nate's warning to Holden, tread carefully in this dangerous game. While Kyle is still unaware of the danger he is facing, Nate Hastings is standing outside, observing everything from afar. With his keen sense, Nate quickly realizes that Audra is not a simple person. Not only does she have a past with Holden Novak, but she is also plotting something bigger than just a short and meaningless love affair. Audra knows how to hide her true feelings, creating a perfect cover to gain the trust of those around her, and Nate knows that every move she makes has a purpose. But what worries Nate the most is the relationship between Holden and Audra. He knows that their relationship is not as simple as what Audra has admitted. In fact, the feelings between them may be stronger than what Audra has previously admitted. The more Nate paid attention, the more he realized that Holden might not stop at friendship. The way Holden looked at Audra, the sweet words he gave her, made Nate feel the need to speak up. And so he issued a strong warning. Nate would not hesitate to remind Holden that Audra is someone who cannot be underestimated. Especially after realizing the tricks she is playing with Damian Kane, Nate understood that Audra is not only a rival at work but can also be a threat in dangerous mind games. With his personality, Nate would probably warn Holden that if he wants to keep things within the framework of friendship, he needs to be very careful. If Holden continues to flirt with Audra, he might get caught up in a mess he cannot escape from. Holden's temptation, crossing the line with Audra. Holden Novak, who has always maintained a cool and disciplined demeanor at work, is facing a major test in his love life. Audra Charles, a woman who is not only intelligent but also charming, is gradually attracting his attention. Although Holden knows that he should not be involved in a complicated relationship with Audra, their feelings are growing stronger. Every meeting, every work exchange makes Holden feel Audra's attraction to him. From meaningful glances to gentle but attractive gestures, Audra is playing a dangerous game with Holden without him realizing it. Even though they are just a work friend, Audra always knows how to make Holden feel that there is a more special relationship between them. And this makes Holden unable to help but feel the temptation she brings. When Nate sees that Holden seems to be getting closer to Audra, he can't sit still. Nate knows that if Holden doesn't stop, he will not only lose the trust of others, but also create a war between the powers in Genoa City. Things are not as simple as Holden thinks. Audra is not someone he can easily control, and if he crosses the line in his relationship with her, the result will be an irreparable breakdown. The Young and the Restless, the battle for power and deception. Genoa City is witnessing a dangerous, hidden war, where intrigue, unspoken emotions, and ambition surround the main character's every move. While secret plans are being made behind the backs of loved ones, the situation begins to get tense when the first mistakes appear. Kyle Abbott, a man known for his calm and logical decisions, may be making his first mistake, and Audra Charles, an ambitious woman, is looking to take advantage of this to achieve her goals. Nate Hastings' warnings to Holden Novak cannot be ignored, as he realizes that suspicious plots are gradually unfolding, and if he is not careful, relationships will be deeply affected. Kyle's first mistake, walking into Audra's trap. Kyle Abbott has long prided himself on his ability to make sound decisions in both his work and personal life. However, in the upcoming episode of The Young and the Restless, it looks like he's about to make his first mistake. Under the pressure of complicated relationships and business strategies, Kyle is starting to let his guard down when it comes to Audra's schemes. Without realizing it, he's slowly walking into a trap that Audra has set for him. Audra, who isn't exactly an easy opponent to beat, sees the perfect opportunity to use Kyle. Although Audra claims that she's just helping him with his work, her goal is actually much more ambitious. She's made a deal with Victor Newman to take down Kyle and ruin his relationship with Claire Newman. However, a key part of this plan is keeping the truth about what she is doing from Victor under wraps. Audra decides to deceive Nate about her moves, while keeping Kyle unaware of the danger lurking. Audra's success depends not only on how she can gain Kyle's trust, but also on her patience in keeping her plans under wraps. She knows that if Kyle gets suspicious, everything could fall apart. But she also understands that this is her only chance to achieve her goals, so every move she makes must be carefully calculated. With her clever and calculating actions, Audra will make Kyle take missteps that he cannot foresee. This will open a door to trouble that he cannot escape, especially his relationship with Claire. If Kyle isn't careful, things could fall apart, and this could completely change the course of the battle between Audra and the Abbott family. Nate's warning. A battle for Audra's heart and the truth. While Kyle may fall into Audra's trap, Nate Hastings has a clearer view of the girl he had a romantic relationship with in the past. Nate knows that Audra is not someone who takes defeat lightly. She always has big goals and will stop at nothing to get what she wants. Although Nate and Audra used to have a pretty close relationship, he also realizes that she is not completely honest about what she is doing. Nate knows that Audra has a past with Holden Novak, a man she has been sending out alluring and inviting signals to. Although Audra had downplayed the relationship as something short and insignificant, Nate realized that what she shared with Holden was actually much more intense than what she let on. The way Audra looked at Holden, the way she kept her distance but still couldn't take her eyes off him, made Nate feel the need to warn Holden about her actions. Nate knew that Holden might not be able to stop at just friendship. If Holden continued to take this relationship further, it would probably lead to an inevitable confrontation. This would not only damage Holden's relationship with Audra, but could also have serious consequences for Nate and Claire. Although not directly related to Kyle and Claire's relationship, these situations would make things much more complicated. With his deep understanding of Audra and her schemes, Nate will warn Holden about the dangers of entering Audra's world of deception. He will emphasize that if Holden is not careful, he will face troubles he never expected. Friendships may be tested, and if Holden does not respect boundaries, things may go too far, putting the entire relationship at risk. The fallout, a web of lies and deceit. With all the conspiracies going on in the shadows, the characters on The Young and the Restless will be faced with difficult decisions and risky choices. Audra, Kyle, Nate, and Holden are all on a chessboard where every move could change the game. Nate and Kyle's partnership could be the deciding factor in revealing the truth about Audra and Victor. However, these relationships highlight the complexities of each character. As Audra gets closer to her goal, she has no idea that Nate's warnings will soon come true. Her schemes could be exposed, and if Kyle finds out, his relationship with her will be over. Audra is playing a very difficult game, and her actions will have serious consequences. Ultimately, in a world of intrigue and strategy, only the steadfast and the clever will survive. Audra is paying the price for her ambition, and characters like Nate, Kyle, and Holden will also face the consequences of their decisions. In this battle, no one can predict what will happen next, but one thing is certain: every mistake has a price, and in the world of The Young and the Restless, no one is safe. The relationship between power, love, and deception is sure to continue to develop dramatically, and each character will face the truth about the choices they have made. The Young and the Restless, Lily's final confrontation with Damien, a battle of trust, secrets, and the search for truth. The Young and the Restless, Lily's final confrontation with Damien, a battle of trust, secrets, and the search for truth. In the latest episode of The Young and the Restless, Lily Winters will face a pivotal moment in her fight to uncover the dark secrets surrounding Damian Kane. Their story will likely be more than just a simple confrontation, but a tactical psychological battle where Lily must decide between trust, betrayal, and the truth she has always sought. The conversation between Lily and Damian will affect not only their relationship but also many other relationships in Genoa City, making every decision more important than ever. Lily's determination. Confronting the truth. Lily Winters, a strong and determined woman, has faced many challenges in her life. But this time, she is determined not to let herself be deceived anymore. After realizing that Damian Kane, one of the people she once trusted, was withholding important secrets about the dark plots involving Aristotle Dumas, Lily decided to confront him once again. Lily was persistent and careful in her every step, always trying to find out the truth about what was really going on. She understood that Damian was not a simple person and he definitely had his reasons for withholding important information. However, she could not let him continue this. Sensing the ambiguity in Damian's words, Lily decided to sit him down and give him one last chance to reveal the truth. Lily would not just ask about the basic details, but she wanted to know the whole story behind Damian's appearance in Genoa City, as well as Aristotle Dumas' role in all of this. She believed that if Damian really wanted to regain her trust, he would have to tell her everything, hiding nothing anymore. Damian's condition, the price of truth. However, as everyone expected, Damian does not easily reveal all of his secrets. When Lily suggests that this may be his last chance to regain her trust, Damian does not rush to reveal everything. Instead, he sets a condition before providing any information. Damian knows that Lily is very close to the truth, and if he does not act now, he will lose everything. But instead of simply admitting everything, Damian puts Lily in a difficult position. He asks Lily to accept a condition that she could not have foreseen, which makes her stop and consider carefully before continuing. This condition may involve a secret that Damian believes is more important than anything Lily knows about him. One element could completely change how Lily views what happened before and how she handles their relationship going forward. This could be a way for Damian to keep control of the conversation, even though he can't help but feel pressured by Lily. The unanswered questions, a new layer of mystery. Even if Damian agrees to reveal important information, The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Lily won't get all the answers she's looking for right away. What she might hear in this confrontation could be just a small part of the truth she really needs to know. And while this could be a huge opportunity for Lily, it could also be just the beginning of a difficult journey to uncover the full dark secret behind Damian and Aristotle Dumas. What Lily will get may just be a part of a larger story that she can't quite see yet. This will make her even more determined, but it will also create potential dangers that she cannot foresee. Unanswered questions and unspoken secrets will make Lily relentless in her search for the truth, and she will not stop until everything is revealed. Lily and Damian's story does not end here. Damian's ability to reveal part of the truth and demand conditions before revealing larger secrets will only be part of a series of terrible events that will occur. Lily will have to face lies not only from Damian but also from those around her, and she will need all her strength and intelligence to uncover these conspiracies. The web of deception, ties to Aristotle Dumas. Details related to Aristotle Dumas will become increasingly important in the relationship between Lily and Damian. The intrigue surrounding Dumas is not only a part of the story but also a factor that affects all the characters in this story. Especially when there are other characters related to Dumas, the story of Damian and Lily will not only revolve around the confrontation between them but also have other intrigues that no one can predict. With Damian's secret still unsolved, Lily will continue to struggle to find out the connection between Dumas and what is happening in Genoa City. She will not only confront Damian but also the potential dangers that come from those who want to control everything. With everything open, Lily will have to make an important decision in this confrontation. Will she accept Damian's terms and continue the story, or will she decide to completely stop accepting these power games? The answer is not simple, because each step Lily takes will be able to change her life forever. Lily's relationship with Damian, and the stories behind Aristotle Dumas, will not only be about power games but also a test of trust and betrayal. Lily cannot stop in her search for the truth, and no matter the cost, she will never falter. This confrontation is just the beginning of a great storm, where secrets will gradually be revealed, and Lily will have to find a way to face the truth, no matter how dark it is. A battle not only about power, but also about faith, truth, and the determination to never give up.